Forget borders, history, and politics for a moment. To a physicist, human warfare is simply the violent transfer of energy. Every conflict in civilization follows a single mechanical logic. One group has energy here, and they want to put it over there. Take a bow and arrow. By pulling the string, you are pumping potential energy into the system. Upon release, that converts into kinetic energy, sending the arrow into a target. This basic physical mechanism is the starting point for how we eventually built the capacity to erase our own species. We can map warfare by its kill ratio. In fisticuffs, one person harms exactly one other. Early firearms steepened this ratio, allowing one individual to eliminate 20 people. Then, with the intercontinental ballistic missile, one person pushing a button can kill 1 million people. This scale creates a highly unstable situation. Global security now relies entirely on the neurological and psychological sanity of whoever has access to that button. To amplify our reach, scientists replaced mechanical tension with chemical explosives like TNT to pack more energy into smaller projectiles. Alfred Nobel's invention of dynamite became the scientific benchmark. Today, we measure the energy of our largest weapons in kilotons, or thousands of tons of TNT. Aeronautical engineering then bypassed the battlefield entirely. Once airplanes could fly over defenses, static barriers like these trenches became useless, as energy could be dropped directly onto cities from the sky. This erased the boundary between combatants and civilians, making every square inch of the planet a viable target for deployed energy. By the end of the Second World War, physicists moved past chemical reactions and started splitting heavy atoms. This is nuclear fission. When first used in warfare, they incinerated tens of thousands of people in Nagasaki and Hiroshima instantly. The next step was fusion weapons, or hydrogen bombs. By replicating the same atomic processes that power the sun, we increased the destructive power of fission weapons by a factor of 100. This led to mutually assured destruction, or MAD. It's the doctrine that if one side launches a first strike, the target has time to retaliate, ensuring total annihilation of both nations. By engineering systems that replicate solar energy and delivering them via suborbital rockets, we built a mechanism capable of ending civilization in a single afternoon. A total nuclear exchange would likely trigger nuclear winter. This is a theory that soot from burning vegetation would block sunlight, dropping global temperatures and causing a sequence of plant and animal extinctions. Computing power in the early 1980s was only just becoming fast enough to model these complex, long-term atmospheric assaults. Modeling our own extinction accidentally birthed modern climate science. Using these exact tools, we were able to confirm that an asteroid strike wiped out the dinosaurs through a similar darkening of the skies. It is a grim irony that the simulations designed to predict a man-made apocalypse provided the data needed to understand Earth's past mass extinctions. Albert Einstein famously warned that while he didn't know how World War III would be fought, the fourth would be fought with sticks and stones. This cycle is foreign to the scientific method. When scientists disagree, they don't resort to violence. They demand more data to objectively resolve the conflict. But belief systems work differently. Because they are based on internal emotion rather than objective evidence, they cannot be resolved with data. Instead, they often rely on coercion or the threat of force. We have successfully scaled our weapons to a global level, yet we remain tethered to belief systems that rely on the threat of violence rather than the clarity of data. Addressing the UN in the 1980s, President Ronald Reagan suggested that an external threat, like an invader from space, might be the only thing that could force us to recognize our common bonds. Until a universal threat arrives, our only defense against our own weapons is rational conversation and a commitment to coexistence. We must either use our mastery of energy to feed the future of our civilization, or watch it ensure our extinction.